Why is it that New Year's resolutions often falter before the first month of the year ends? This question hangs in the air every January, a spectre of good intentions gone awry. Resolutions, we all know them, we've all made them. The new year brings with it a sense of renewal, a spark of hope, a chance to reinvent ourselves. Yet, more often than not, our resolutions, our promises to ourselves, fall by the wayside. We join gyms with gusto only for the treadmills to gather dust. We buy healthy food, but the allure of comfort eating proves too strong. We promise to read more, sleep more, stress less, but life, it seems, has other plans. So why is this? Why do our best-laid plans crumble so quickly? One word: motivation. We rely heavily on it, believing it to be the fuel that will drive our success. But motivation, my friends, is a fickle friend. It waxes and wanes, ebbs and flows, and when it disappears, as it often does, our resolutions go with it. But what if we've been looking at this all wrong? What if the key to keeping our New Year's resolutions isn't motivation, but something far simpler, far more attainable? That's right. I'm talking about consistency. Consistency, the steady, unchanging application of effort, regardless of how we feel, regardless of whether motivation is high or low. Consistency is the tortoise in the race against the hare of motivation. It may not be flashy or exciting, but it gets the job done. If you've ever felt the sting of broken resolutions, of goals unmet, remember this. It's not about having the most motivation, it's about having the most consistency. It's about showing up day in and day out, whether you feel like it or not. It's about putting one foot in front of the other, even when the road is long and the journey is hard. If there's one thing to take away from this, it's that consistency trumps motivation every single time. Let us delve into a tale of someone who achieved their goals, not through bursts of motivation, but through the power of consistency. This is the story of an ordinary individual named Sam. Sam had a dream to become a novelist. Despite the daunting nature of this dream, Sam was not deterred. He didn't have the luxury of writing inspiration striking him like a bolt from the blue, nor did he have the time to wait for such a phenomenon. Instead, Sam chose a different path. He committed to writing a mere 100 words each day, rain or shine, motivation or lack thereof. It was not a Herculean task, not a quest for an epic burst of creativity. It was a simple, consistent effort. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and before Sam knew it, a year had passed. In the beginning, 100 words seemed like a drop in the ocean. But as the days rolled on, those drops filled a bucket, and that bucket became a wellspring of stories. Did Sam have days where he didn't feel like writing? Absolutely. Were there times when the words didn't flow as smoothly? Of course. But Sam understood that the power of consistency is not about perfection. It's about showing up day in and day out, regardless of the circumstances. Sam's story underlines a profound truth. If you want to climb a mountain, you don't need to leap to the top in a single bound. You just need to take one step, then another, and before you know it, you're standing at the peak, looking down at the path you've conquered. So, as we step into this new year, remember Sam's story. Remember that success is not a product of sporadic bursts of motivation, but a steady, consistent effort over time. And thus, the power of consistency triumphs. If you're enjoying this content and would like to keep up with more like it, show your support by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Your engagement fuels the creation of these thought-provoking discussions. Remember, each like, each subscription is a step towards building a community that values growth and self-improvement. Think about it. It's the very principle of consistency we've been discussing. Each consistent action, no matter how small, contributes to a larger outcome. So by engaging with this content, you're not only supporting this platform, but also practicing the power of consistency in your own life. And we promise to be consistent too, consistently bringing you content that challenges your perspectives, sparks your curiosity, and supports your journey of growth and self-improvement. So don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It's a small act with a big impact. Now let us forge ahead, armed with the knowledge of the power of consistency. It's important to learn from the past, but dwelling on it, that's a different story entirely. You see, the past is a teacher, not a prison. It's a treasure trove of lessons, not a dungeon of regrets. It's a book of wisdom, not a catalogue of mistakes. We need to use it as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. We can learn from it without being anchored in it. Imagine holding a telescope. You can use it to gaze at the stars, explore the cosmos, and uncover the mysteries of the universe. But what happens when you turn it around and look through the wrong end? You see everything small, narrow, and far away. That's what dwelling on the past does to us. It narrows our vision and makes the present seem distant and insignificant. Every moment is a learning moment. Every experience, every encounter, every setback, and every triumph is a lesson in disguise. When we stumble, we learn how to rise. When we fail, we learn how to succeed. When we lose, we learn how to win. And when we hurt, we learn how to heal. Don't let the past dictate your future. Don't let yesterday's shadows darken today's sunshine. Don't let old wounds reopen and bleed into your present moments. Instead, let every experience polish you, not diminish you. Let every lesson empower you, not belittle you. Remember, we are not defined by our past, but by how we shape our future. We are not the sum of our mistakes, but the total of our learnings. We are not the product of our failures, but the result of our resilience. So, harness the power of the past without being harnessed by it. Use it as a compass, not a cage. Use it as a map, not a trap. Use it as a guide, not a guilt. And as we usher in this new year, let's remember to pack the lessons of the past, but leave behind the baggage. Let's carry forward the wisdom, but drop the weight. Let's bring along the experiences, but discard the excess. Remember, every moment in life is a learning moment. As we step into this new year, let's carry with us the lessons we've learned today. Indeed, every step we take forward is a step laden with the wisdom of yesteryears, the lessons of yesterday, and the hopes of tomorrow. Yet, it's not the grand resolutions we make at the stroke of midnight that define our journey ahead. No, my friends, it's the consistent, seemingly trivial steps we take every day that truly shape our path. We've explored the fallacy of New Year's resolutions, the empty promises we often make to ourselves, only to be forgotten when the novelty of the new year fades away. However, we've also discovered that if we are to make resolutions, consistency, that old faithful friend, always trumps fleeting motivation. Remember, it's not about the grand gestures, but the tiny, consistent actions over time that lead to monumental change. So, if you've resolved to write a book, don't wait for the muse to strike. Write a page every day. If you've decided to get fit, don't wait for the perfect gym membership. Start with 10 push-ups every morning. Every little step counts and every day is a chance to be better. But while we're striving to be better, let's not forget the importance of learning from our past without dwelling on it. Our past is a treasure trove of lessons, each moment a teacher in its own right. But my friends, to learn from the past does not mean to be stuck in it. Let's take the wisdom, leave the regrets, and move forward with grace. Every stumble, every fall, every triumph, and every joy has led us to this moment. Let's honor these experiences not by dwelling on them, but by using them as stepping stones, guiding us towards a brighter future. And as we embrace this new year, let's carry these lessons with us. Let's remember that every moment is a learning moment, every day a fresh start, and every step, no matter how small, a step towards our dreams. Let's greet the new year not with a list of lofty resolutions, but with a commitment to consistency, a willingness to learn, and the courage to move forward, one step at a time. This year, let's not just make resolutions. Let's resolve to grow, to learn, and to be consistently better day by day. Let's cherish the wisdom of our past, harness the potential of our present, and boldly step into the promise of our future. And with that, we welcome the new year, not with fleeting motivation, but with unwavering consistency and the wisdom of lessons learned.